$235 after $4,000 cash back.
Dear Commissioner, Major League Baseball is great, but what if we let one lucky fan play catcher for the day?
Guest catcher for today, Jason Weinstein.
Says here he's played a little T-ball.
Doesn't look like he's grown much either.
And that ball is driven deep. Burt Brown's third.
There's going to be a play at the plate. Ooh, just off the glove.
Oh!
Well, this will be a day he'll remember.
No, he won't.
When your summer is winding down.
When I asked if you wanted to hang out, I was asking you out.
I know.
I just wanted to clear that up because I'm going to ask you out again.
Ours is just getting started.
Who's the tough guy now?
The OC, all new at 9/8 Central Fox Tuesday.
Top of the 6th inning here at Fenway Park. Dick Stockton along with Tim McCarver and Kareem Garcia, who has stung the ball twice, has 1 hit on the afternoon and has made a gem of a catch leading off against Bronson Arroyo, whose first pitch is way outside, ball 1. Here is Garcia robbing Lou Merloni of extra bases with a running catch near the warning track with 2 out in the 4th inning. Swings and misses on a good Arroyo fastball, and the count 1 ball and 1 strike. Garcia will be followed by Enrique Wilson, who's already had a big day today, and then the top of the order, Derek Jeter. Yankees lead 5-4, scoring 2 in the 3rd and a 3 in the 4th inning. 1-2 now to Garcia, acquired from the Indians in late June. He was once traded from the Diamondbacks for Luis Gonzalez, the World Series hero.
1 for 1. That's right.
Went to the Detroit Tigers 4 years ago, maybe 5 seasons ago. In tight.
Yeah, I don't know what Grady Little's plans are for Arroyo, but I'd keep a short tether on Bronson Arroyo right here. I mean, you're still in the ball game. You're run behind.
2-2 pitch and a high fly ball. Just missed that one. Coming over is Trot Nixon and makes the catch for the out.
Almost a wraparound.
Talk about pesky pole.
Pesky pole. I mean, it's a lot to, there's a lot to ask of a young pitcher. Only his 2nd major league appearance for the Red Sox. Talked about his save on Monday. But you think about that 5th inning, there was a walk and then a line drive for the double play. I mean, it looks like it was a good inning in the box score, but when you see the game, you know it's not.
It certainly wasn't. And you know, the Yankees seeing Arroyo for the first time, but all you have to do is make one mistake, and any one of these guys can hurt you, including Enrique Wilson, who was 2 for 2 against Pedro. Lashes this foul behind Lee Mazzilli, and 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Ball girls very active today. Enrique Wilson, very valuable infielder for the Yankees. 2 for 2 with a pair of singles, has scored 2 runs and has an RBI as well. The 1-1 on the outside corner. So the backdoor breaking ball is successful for Bronson Arroyo. 26 years old. And led the International League with 155 strikeouts. Comes up high on Wilson to even the count 2-2.
He does have an unusual delivery with that high leg kick, kind of a flip of the left foot toward 3rd base. And there's that perfect game about which we talked.
He jammed him, and a fly ball hit deep to right field. Trot Nixon back and makes the catch very near the barrier. So Wilson got jammed, but sent that ball deep for out number 2.
Yeah, sometimes it's in trying to judge a pitcher, it's not that he gets the outs, it's what kind of outs he gets. We've had a line drive off Bronson. We've had a fly ball that was close to going out down the right field line, and now this one by a guy who is not a home run hitter.
And Wilson knew that he had missed it. It's a 2 out, and there is Nixon. He kind of knew he was going to make the play all the way. Pitch inside, and Jeter is hit and not happy about it at all. Will trot down to first base, and Tim already chronicled for you when Pedro hit both Jeter and Soriano earlier in the season.
First baseman
Roger Clemens going tomorrow.
Johnson.
And here's just a young pitcher. He's trying to survive in the major leagues. There is no intent right there whatsoever.
No, not at all.
No.
Talk about young. How young does he look? Getting back is Jeter.
He's going to have a chance to see how a big league player takes a lead and perhaps runs right here. Running situation with the left-handed hitter up and 2 outs.
Nick Johnson 3 for 3 on the afternoon, and a changeup is in for the strike. No balls and 1 strike. Nick Johnson with 2 singles and a double, 3 runs batted in, and he has been the key Yankee at the plate, hitting second today as the Yankees shuffled their batting order against Pedro, and they were able to knock him out after 4 innings of play. Out in front of that one, fouls it off, and it's 0-2.
Nick Johnson is single to center, double to right, and single to left. All 3 outfield positions.
Everyone gets a chance when Nick hits.
That's right. He is an outstanding minor league hitter. Some injuries on the big league level, but he can hit.
Pitch misses away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Nick Johnson's uncle is Larry Boa, who of course you played under, or played with, I should say, with the Phillies.
Thank you for correcting that. I would never forgive you if you said I played under Larry Boa.
You hit 310 last year, didn't you, Tim? Rounded to the left side, and Millar's only play, and the 3rd out to first base to retire the side. Look to second, makes the play. Great to have Tim after a great career in his first year working in the booth. Still 5-4 Yankees.
I've made a lot of news on the baseball diamonds, but if you want to find out about this diamond, you've got to go talk to your doctor.
Ready to try Viagra for the first time? See your doctor and find out if a free sample is right for you.
My doctor says it's right for me. That's why I stay with it. For more information, go to Viagra.com.
What happened here?
Just playing some one-on-one, got a little rough.
Let's get him out.
Oh, I don't want you to do anything yet. I just want to see your price and some of the prices of your competitors.
What? Hey, come on, guys.
I just want to get the best deal. You know?
Our customers know the importance of shopping around, because at Progressive.com you can get our price for car insurance plus the rates of other big-name companies. You could save hundreds. Check out Progressive today.
The itch and burn of athlete's foot can drive you up the wall. Use Tenactin or Lotrimin AF, you'll be treating for 4 long weeks. But Lamisil AT cures athlete's foot with just 1 week's use. Get back in the game fast with Lamisil AT. There's no better way to cure athlete's foot.
Lemonade, Mr. Long?
Sure.
That'll be $15.
For lemonade?
Well, you got your $2 basic charge, pourings extra, seed removal, and you do want it cool, right, Mr. Long?
Sound like your cable company? With Dish Network TV from Radio Shack, you get a 30-day satisfaction guarantee, digital quality RCA equipment, and 2 rooms with a digital video recorder or 3 rooms free. Dish Network TV.
I bet this isn't the end of your price increases.
Radio Shack.
Warning, you're experiencing the most addictive show on television.
No! You are running out of time!
Stakes are too high.
Tell me what I'm bombing!
Now only on DVD, season 2 of 24, available September 9th, and catch season 3 beginning next month on Fox.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Commissioner of Baseball and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent.
Major League Baseball on Fox is brought to you by Radio Shack. You've got questions, we've got answers. Red Sox trying to find some answers against Andy Pettit, who has settled down nicely. And Jason Varetek leading off in the bottom of the 6th inning, fouls the first pitch up over the roof for a strike. Varetek reached on a fielder's choice and struck out in his first 2 times. Jason getting a lot of support as a great team leader for this ball club. one of the anchors of this team, fouls it off the other way, 0-2.
By an article in the Boston Globe yesterday morning about his leadership abilities, how his preparation takes him into every game. Future manager, certainly a possibility for Jason.
Fly ball hit to right center field, and Kareem Garcia making the play for out number 1. 1 out in the 6th inning. Andy Pettit, who found himself down 3-0. With the Red Sox scoring 3 runs in the 1st inning, the Yankees came back with 2 in the 3rd. Ortiz hitting a home run to give the Red Sox a 4-2 lead, but then the Yankees, with 3 in the 4th, took over the lead, and Andy Pettit has settled down nicely. 1 out to Gabe Kapler, who has 1 hit in 2 trips. 1-0 the count to Kapler. Kapler playing left field with Manny Ramirez ailing with the infected throat. Was expected to come to the park and see the doctors today. 2-0 to Kapler, and Grady Little held out a possibility that if he did come earlier and the report was okay, the diagnosis, that he might be available for pinch hitting, but that's gone by the wayside. There's a ball hit to right field, and Garcia, not having to move much, makes his 2nd putout here in the 6th inning.
Right fielder, number 7.
Andy Pettit, who's had great success not only against the Red Sox, not only at Fenway Park, but in day games. Andy Pettit has pitched much better in day games, where his ERA is 2.47 versus an even 5 runs at night. So he likes the daylight. As he looks at Trot Nixon, who is 1-0-2 on the day. Nixon, a strikeout victim in the 4th inning. Comes inside, 1-0.
Andy, a contact pitcher. He's actually better off when he gets the hitter to hit the ball on his terms. When Andy strikes out guys, it's much like a little guy hitting a home run. When a little guy hits a home run, he thinks he's a home run hitter. When Andy strikes out a guy, he thinks he's a strikeout pitcher. He's not.
Alan Embry, who's been pretty effective lately for the Red Sox, warming up in the bullpen. But that's a good assessment of and a good way of looking at what Pettit does. 1 ball and 2 strikes as Nixon offered at that pitch.
Yeah, went too far. I mean, Andy will get his share of strikeouts, but again, he's not Clemens-esque when it comes to strikeouts.
2 balls and 2 strikes, but he may be Clemens-esque as far as the regimen and the workouts are concerned.
Boy, he certainly is all of that.
Roger Clemens will work tomorrow, and barring activity in postseason, if the Red Sox and Yankees meet in the ALCS, this would be his last appearance of his career at Fenway Park. And strike 3 as Trot Nixon could not hold up his swing. A 1-2-3 inning for Andy Pettit, and we go to the 7th here at Fenway Park. The Yankees and Pettit lead the Red Sox 5-4.
Parcells and the Cowboys take on a Falcon team with something to prove. Fox NFL Sunday returns next week.
The best prices on cellular phone packages, period. Today's Technology Bangor Mall is so confident our prices are unbeatable, we'll give you $50 in accessories if you can find a better package. No one gives you the lowest price and the best service like Today's Technology. Today's Technology features Nokia cellular phones and every conceivable accessory at the lowest prices, period. Our prices make the sale, but the sale is just the beginning of our commitment to our customers. $50 in accessories free if you can find a better package than Today's Technology.
Varetek is a family-owned and operated business. Our goal is to treat people with friendly, courteous, and professional service. With over 75 years combined experience in parts and service, expert installation, and over-the-phone technical advice, Varetek will satisfy your RV needs. Give us a call at 989-3324 or visit us on Route 1A, 128 Main Road in Holden, and pick up a copy of our free parts and accessories catalog while supplies last. You can even find us on the web at www.rectech.com.
Buying insurance is a personal decision, so why not deal with a real person? The Russell Patent Agency gives you that personal service. The Russell Patent Agency provides stability with over 180 years of combined experience. The friendly representatives at the Russell Patent Agency will work with you to find insurance that fits your needs and budget. Call us at 848-3326 or visit us on the Billings Road in Herman. Become our newest long-term customer. The Russell Patent Agency, 3 generations and growing, big enough to compete, small enough to serve you.
Affordable Collectibles' newest store is in the Bangor Mall, and our selection of tasteful furnishings and heartwarming gifts has grown. With many limited editions to choose from, you're sure to come across a unique item that's not too big for your budget. We know you'll love our selection, and we're sure you'll find the right item to accent your home decor. Come visit us, Affordable Collectibles, a family-owned Maine business with stores in Presque Isle, Auburn, and the Bangor Mall.
You're watching the all-new Fox 22 Bangor.
Zombies swinging at the first pitch, and Johnny Damon makes the play for the first out as Grady Little showing a lot of confidence in young Bronson Arroyo, and this is his 3rd inning on the mound. He's had some close calls. He is not allowed a base hit, and Little hoping that he can keep the Red Sox close and not let the Yankees get any more runs.
Dick, I'm surprised that Alan Embry's not in the game right now. I mean, you've got Giambi, the switch-hitting Bernie Williams, and then another left-hander. So 2 of the 3 left-handers right here. I mean, that's Alan Embry's job. You're going into September. You have, of course, Bronson Arroyo has done a good job as far as the results are concerned, but Yankees have hit a lot of balls hard.
And this one just going foul, and Bernie Williams with a drive into the right field seats. And you got to think that the Red Sox have to be holding their collective breaths right now, hoping that no more damage is done. This kid has done a good job. But
he's done fine as far as the results. You know, he's dancing through the raindrops right now, though. I mean, that's Alan Embry's job. If you lose with your best, or if the Yankees extend it against your best,
1 ball and 2 strikes.
And he might retire the Yankees 3 up, 3 down. You don't know, but I'm just saying with your odds right now are to put the guy in that's paid to do it and been paid to do it all year long, and not a recent call-up.
I mean, you reach this big series with the Yankees in another one, and you put a lot of responsibility in the hands of the young pitcher.
You do.
Getting it done. Lou Merlone making the play, and they're 2 down. Well, this week's clutch performance brought to you by Viagra is from Sunday's A's-Blue Jays game. At the top of the 1st inning, Ramon Hernandez goes deep with the bases loaded for Oakland's 1st grand slam of the season. Then in the 6th inning, Miguel Tejada, Tim referred to that earlier, followed that up with a grand slam of his own. And for the first time in the 103-year history of the Athletics, they hit 2 grand slams in the same game. Now that's clutch.
How about that?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
All the years in Philadelphia, all the years in Kansas City, and
playing at Old Baker Bowl and Shibe Park.
That's right. Yeah.
My God.
And how about going to Oakland? You know, with those great 3 straight championship clubs that they had.
Right.
Reggie
72,
Jackson.
3 and 4.
Exactly. Matsui takes a call strike with 2 out. 0-1. Overcast afternoon. The lights were turned on early. We had a smattering of sunshine at one point during the game. Good pitch by Arroyo in for a call strike 2 to Matsui. There's the panorama of Fenway Park. Packed as usual for the Yankees. They get great crowds anyway. Grounded to the right side, and Kevin Millar will make the play unassisted. A 1-2-3 inning for Bronson Arroyo, who goes 3 innings without allowing a hit. 5-4, Red Sox 7.
You know what you never see in car commercials? Real cars. Cars that have been around the block a few times. The kinds of cars that need Castrol GTX high mileage. Specially engineered to protect against oil burnoff better than other leading motor oils. Castrol GTX high mileage. It helps older cars feel young again.
16 million people will come to WebMD this month.
Some will learn about a condition or a diagnosis. Others will chat with experts. Many will simply decide when to visit a doctor. We'll help them all to navigate WebMD's wealth of medically reviewed information to find exactly what they need. Americans may have thousands of different questions about their health, but now they have a single place to find the answers.
Like that lunch?
Hey, hon, how are you? We're good. You know us, up at the crack of dawn, right on schedule, no fooling around. In fact, gotta go. Real busy here, and Dip says hi.
You kind of have to know him.
I feel like I kind of do.
Picture mail that talks from Sprint. Now at Sprint stores, get great deals on a wide selection of PCS Vision picture phones starting at $99.99. Share it when it happens.
There's a new vanilla in town. Introducing Pepsi Vanilla. The perfect blend of cola and vanilla. That was awesome. That's not so vanilla.
Major League Baseball on Fox, presented by Radio Shack, is brought to you by Pepsi Vanilla and Diet Pepsi Vanilla, the not-so-vanilla vanilla, and by GTX. High mileage, it helps older cars feel young again. Lou Merloni will lead off. And Merloni, who just joined the Red Sox yesterday and getting a start against the Yankees.
Dick, when these two teams get together, it's anything but vanilla.
That's true. Yeah, it's multi-flavored and multicolored. Merloni 0 for 2, robbed of a hit by Kareem Garcia. His last time up, takes a call strike from Andy Pettit. Off-speed pitch, swung on and missed, 0-2. Jeff Nelson is tossing in the Yankee bullpen. Nelson with the Yankees for the second time of his career, picked up from the Seattle Mariners.
Jeff Nelson's getting loose for Nomar Garciaparra, either in the 7th or in the 8th.
Absolutely, and the whole Yankee game plan is to get to Mariano Rivera.
Right.
To have the lead, to get to Mariano Rivera. When they can do that, they're okay. When they're way behind, as they have been in recent days against the White Sox and the Red Sox, they haven't been able to do it. Rivera did come in the finale and pitch an inning plus against the White Sox to salvage a game of that series.
Mariano's had his problems lately, but in the whole scheme of things, he is very, very important to the Yankees winning.
Key man for sure. Pitch outside, 3-2 to Merloni, leading off, followed by the top of the order, Johnny Damon and Bill Miller. Red Sox have 7 hits, but only 3 in the last 6 innings. Fouled off, and the count remains full. Lou Merloni giving the Red Sox, first of all, a player who could spell Bill Miller at third base, depth in the middle infield, which they could use, and another right-handed bat. The left-handed slants of Johnny Damon wait to hit.
Interesting play on words there. Spell Bill Miller. Most people who spell Bill Miller would spell it M-I-L-L-E-R.
Right, exactly. Maybe Merloni is a good speller, and he says, I can spell this guy's name.
M-U-E-L-L-E-R.
I thought they meant go in and play for him occasionally. Merloni strikes out, and that is the 7th strikeout for Andy Pettit. Here is today's game summary, brought to you by GMC Professional Grade. Pettit sailing along after giving up those 3 runs early, and Martinez gone after 4 innings.
We're going to try to show you between pitches what one of Pedro's problems was today, just getting under that breaking ball.
Johnny Damon bluffs the bunt and takes low for ball 1.
That's what happens a lot of times when pitchers are fatigued. So there is at least something to the fact that Pedro was under the breaking ball, as shown here by the flat breaking ball that Posada hit out of the ballpark. That pitch hurt him and was responsible for at least 3 Yankee runs today.
Hopped up to second base. Enrique Wilson with the catch, 2 down. Very interesting how Pettit adjusting.
Every pitching coach will tell a pitcher, and that's what they preach constantly, is stay on top of the ball. Stay on top of the ball. That's why the legs have to stay strong, because when the legs are strong, it allows the upper body and the arm to stay on top of the pitches that allow them that downward movement. The more downward movement, the less chance a guy has to hit the ball out of the ballpark.
Bill Millar looks at a fastball, 1-0. Millar is 0 for 3, reached on the throwing error by Andy Pettit in the first inning, and you know, that was the underlying reason that the Red Sox were able to cash in with 3 runs, although Garciaparra made a stinging triple. But it should have been a double play for the Yankees in the opening frame. That one is over for a strike, 1-1.
I think this is the last hitter that Andy Pettit will face this afternoon. Even though there are 2 outs, trailing by 1, there is no way Joe Torre will allow Nelson not to come into this game and pitch to Garciaparra.
Bounce to shortstop. Jeter. And a 1-2-3 inning for Andy Pettit as he retires the last 7 that he's faced. And we now go to the 8th inning at Fenway with the Yankees clinging to the 1-run lead.
Welcome to Burger King.
Hi, what could I get for less than $3?
How about a cheeseburger, fries, and a Coke? Or a double cheeseburger, fries, and a Coke? Or triple cheeseburger, fries, and a Coke?
I'm rich!
The best burgers are fire grilled. And now 3 fire grilled meals are each under $3.
What can I get for this?
Ketchup?
Burger King, come on over. The fire's ready.
Raspberry lambic, apple cider, hard lemonade. That whole Garden of Eden debacle should have taught us one thing: steer clear of the fruit. If Adam had realized this, why, he'd still be living the high life.
I should have used Preparation H.
Cool it fast with new Preparation H cooling gel. Now with vitamin E and aloe. Cools on contact for fast relief. New Preparation H cooling gel with vitamin E and aloe.
Sorry, I was driving too fast.
No, my fault.
You must be gelling like a felon.
Dr. Scholl's massaging gel insoles are so soft, they make any shoe feel outrageously comfortable. Are you gelling? Dr. Scholl's.
The new season of Joe Millionaire is coming this fall. What with a new Joe, new ladies, and a brand new twist? I should really start cleaning up around here. Yeah, that's a good one.
The next Joe Millionaire, Fox Fall.
Andy Pettit coming into the Yankees dugout and giving the handshake du jour.
It isn't.
The fists. But from all outward appearances, it appears that he's done. But Jeff Nelson has sat down in the Yankee bullpen. Nomar Garciaparra leads it off in the 8th inning. We'll see what Joe Torre's thinking is.
And here is Bronson Arroyo coming out for his 4th inning. And his first pitch to Jorge Posada is a strike. So Arroyo, in the 3+ innings, hit a batter, walked a batter, and struck out a hitter. And Posada, with his 25th home run of the year, back in the 4th inning, takes strike 2. And you know, Nelson, it would seem likely, because he would have the right-handed hitting Garciaparra to lead off, and then Kevin Millar, the 3rd hitter of the year, in between David Ortiz. The 0-2 pitch 1 ball and 2 strikes to Posada.
And a lot of it could depend on whether it's a 1-run game at the time. If the Yankees score 1 here, perhaps Pettit will go back out there. But if it's a 1-run game.
Swing and a miss, strike 3 as he took something off the pitch. And the second strikeout for the 26-year-old from Key West in Florida.
A diving breaking ball and a good one from Arroyo. How about this? 5 days off. You come in to face the New York Yankees. Not even a hiccup over 3 1/3.
Ball 1 to Aaron Boone, and it looks like he can change speeds. Jeff Nelson, who sat down as you mentioned, now warming up again, and will apparently come in the bottom of the 8th inning. A breaking pitch missing inside, and he wanted that one. 2 balls and no strikes. The count to Aaron Boone. Bronson Arroyo, and he's got Alan Embry, the left-hander, who's up for the 2nd time in the Red Sox bullpen. 2-0 pitch, line to left field, and that's going to be off the wall. Fielded by Kapler. Going to second base is Boone, and he's in with a stand-up double. So you hope you don't go to that well, if you want to call Bronson Arroyo a well, too often, because the Yankees now, with 1 out, have an insurance run here in the 8th inning on at second base as Dave Wallace picks up the phone to the bullpen.
Yeah, with Kareem Garcia up, Embry is warm and loose. I mean, really, what more can you expect out of Arroyo?
Well, you have the left-handed batter, and you have the left-handed pitcher Embry, who has had good success as of late. The Red Sox relievers have been spotty at best, but Embry has been effective, and that's going to be all, as Grady Little, making sure Embry is ready, makes the slow walk to the mound. And that will be all for Bronson Arroyo. So got him out of there before some real damage was done. And so we're going to take a break here at Fenway Park. Top of the 8th inning with the Yankees leading by 1.
Let's say this is you. Yeah, you're the king. But being the king isn't always easy. So when you're with Allstate, you'll have over 50,000 professionals to help protect you. From claims adjusters who can help you fix a broken castle, to emergency assistants to ride to your rescue, to lawyers that go to court with you if you need them, and your Allstate agent who knows the moves to help you. Helping you, the king, feel protected. Just one more way you're in good hands with Allstate.
Lemonade, Mr. Long?
Sure.
That'll be $15.
For lemonade?
Well, you got your $2 basic charge. Pourings extra, seed removal, and you do want it cool, right, Mr. Long?
Sound like your cable company? With Dish Network TV from Radio Shack, you get a 30-day satisfaction guarantee, digital quality RCA equipment, and 2 rooms with a digital video recorder, or 3 rooms free. Dish Network TV.
I bet this isn't the end of your price increases.
Radio Shack.
I've made a lot of news on the baseball diamond, but if you want to find out about this diamond, you got to go talk to your doctor.
Ready to try Viagra for the first time? See your doctor and find out if a free sample is right for you.
My doctor says it's right for me. That's why I stay with it. For more information, go to Viagra.com.
You like that lunch? Good.
Hey, hon, how are you? We're good. You know us, up at the crack of dawn, right on schedule, no fooling around. In fact, gotta go. Real busy here, and Dip says hi.
You kind of have to know.
I feel like I kind of do.
Picture mail that talks from Sprint. Now at Sprint stores, get great deals on a wide selection of PCS Vision picture phones starting at $99.99. Share it when it happens.
Ordinary people with extraordinary voices will be transformed into Elton John, Barbra Streisand, Cyndi Lauper, Bon Jovi, and Britney Spears. And the best impersonation wins a huge cash prize. Performing Ads continues Tuesday at 8 on Fox.
Bronson Arroyo in the Red Sox dugout, but moments ago leaving the game to the applause of the fans here in Fenway Park. Give him a standing ovation in his second appearance in the major leagues. working 3 1/3 innings, allowing 1 hit, striking out 2, walking 1, and he's responsible for the runner on second base. And Alan Embry is in, the left-hander, and the Yankees are going to go to their bench and call on switch hitting Ruben Sierra to bat for Kareem Garcia.
If it were a straight-up move by Joe Torre, you'd be weakening your defense, but the fact that he has Juan Rivera for defense allows him to hit Ruben Sierra for the left-handed hitting Kareem Garcia. Embry's numbers on the year has been a terrific setup man for the Red Sox over the last couple of years.
He's not allowed to run in 12 of his 13 appearances in the month of August, so he is pitching well when the Red Sox have needed it the most. So here is Ruben Sierra, who won a couple of games early for the Yankees, and his attitude has been terrific. Pinch hitting for Kareem Garcia with runner at second base and 1 out. Here is Embry's first pitch. It's a fastball for a strike. Ruben Sierra, remember when he played for the Oakland A's, bulked up, went into the weight room a lot, tried to hit home runs and failed, and now that he has slimmed down, he seems to have a much quicker bat. Second time that he has been with the New York Yankees. First time wasn't as pleasant for Ruben and for Joe Torre, but this one has worked out well. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and the runner going, and the pitch fouled off, and a good jump that time by Aaron Boone, who was running on the pitch on the slow delivery by Embry.
Well, that's the time to do it with 1 out and a right-handed hitter up. How about Bill Millar at third base, acting like the ball were hit his way? Aaron Boone, a third baseman. Watch Bill Millar act like a ground ball is hit his way. That's the decoy from third. You don't see that often.
That's a heady move by a veteran player.
It really is. You see it around second all the time. But Bill Millar using it at third effectively. You can see Aaron Boone slid then, and the ball's a foul ball.
No balls and 2 strikes to Ruben Sierra. Long look at second base, and fouling back the high fastball was Sierra.
This is a point that we've made a couple of times this summer. In case fans think that third base coaches give the runner on at second a steal sign, a coach at third base will never give the runner at second base a steal sign, ever, unless it's 3-2 and running on that particular pitch. It's all feel around second base. He will never convey the steal sign to a runner at second base unless there's a 3-2 count. Now there is one caveat to that, and that's a hit and run play. 2-1, a hit and run. Then he'll give him the hit and run, but never will he give him the steal sign.
Interesting point. Aaron Boone with the lead at second, and Lou Merlone trying to keep him close behind the bag, trying to bluff his way. Here's the 0-2 delivery. First they go back to second base, so Red Sox, having already seen Boone try to go to third on the pitch, and that's an important runner in this ball game. With the Yankees leading 5-4, we're in the top of the 8th inning, and you know that they're getting close to Mariano Rivera time, about 1 inning away from that, and the Yankees would dearly love to get an insurance run right here. They've had to come from behind in this game, and they've done it, and they've held things out, and time is called, and Varetek will go out to the mound.
I think Jason, one of the problems, and about the only problem he has with runners on at second base, there's too much concern that the runner's going to get the sign. Often he'll go back there and won't even give a sign. He'll go out and tell the pitcher what to throw without giving a sign. The problem with that is the middle infielders don't know what pitch is coming, and usually their position is such it's based on what pitch is coming. He probably won't give a sign here. He didn't.
Every 0-2 to Sierra, hits a drive to center field, and Johnny Damon coming in, going back to tag up and bluffing as the throw comes in to the infield, and the pinch hitter Sierra retired for out number 2, and Embry gets a big hitter with 2 out here in the 8th inning. Major League Baseball is giving away World Series tickets for life and other great prizes in the Ultimate World Series Pass promotion presented by Radio Shack. Winning hologram numbers will be announced throughout games 1 and 4, with the grand prize of World Series tickets for life announced in Game 4 of the 2003 World Series. Don't miss the 2003 World Series. And my partner today, Tim McCarver, will be in the booth along with Joe Buck. Great team. Looking forward to listening throughout the playoffs to you guys, and nobody does it better.
We do. Thank you very much, Dick. We don't know who it'll be, but we do know that the American League will have the advantage in a 7-game series.
That's right, and you were there when they established that advantage in the All-Star game.
In Chicago. And it could be the White Sox. That's how well they're playing right now.
Enrique Wilson playing well today with 2 hits and an RBI and 3 trips. Embry behind 1-0 to Wilson, 2 down, and Aaron Boone with the lead at second base. Fastball and a strike, 1-1.
The American League Central, Kansas City and Chicago are tied for first place. Minnesota half a game back. White Sox have lost a couple of games. In the National League Central, same thing. Houston and St. Louis are tied, and the Cubs are a half a game back.
And how about that wild card derby in the National League?
Oh my gosh.
That is phenomenal. So so many teams. I believe there are 10 of them in all, if I can count right. Maybe I can't. But that's the story with the Phillies and the Florida Marlins even, and Houston and St. Louis behind. Call strike right at the knees, and the count 1 ball, 2 strikes to Enrique Wilson. Alan Embry, the 3rd pitcher of the game for the Red Sox.
Boy, he is throwing hard out there. He threw hard to Sierra. And this fastball just overpowers Enrique Wilson.
Traded from the Padres to the Red Sox a year ago in June, trying to end the inning, and a foul ball out of play. Alan Embry, of course, an experienced pitcher. Pitched in 4 games in the World Series for the Cleveland Indians back in 1995. When the Indians were in their heyday.
And the Atlanta Braves won the World Series that year, the only World Series they won in the 90s after reaching the World Series 5 times.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Aaron Boone off at second here in the 8th inning, and a base hit to right field past the diving Kevin Millar. Rounding third, scoring is Aaron Boone, and the Yankees have taken a 6-4 lead. So a great at-bat for Enrique Wilson, who installed in the lineup today at second in place of Mariano, and gets 3 hits on the game. Soriano sitting this one out, and Enrique Wilson with his 3rd hit of the game.
You could see Varetek wanted the pitch up, and he got it about waist high. Varetek standing up behind home plate. He'll do that occasionally when he wants the high fastball. There he is right there, standing up. He wanted the high heater. He got it about 2 feet lower, and Wilson did the rest. Another fine day for Enrique Wilson. There aren't too many better utility guys in the game than this guy.
3 for 4 for Enrique Wilson. Soriano sitting this one out, but his replacement certainly has come up big in this game. Fouled out of play by Jeter. No balls and 1 strike. That run, by the way, is charged to Bronson Arroyo. That's Gabe White. Joe Torre and Don Zimmer, his chief lieutenant, talking things over, and Jeff Nelson, who is ready. 2 out, 0-1. The count to Derek Jeter, who was 1 for 3 today. And going over to first base.
One more time, a look at Varetek. He's standing taller than Enrique Wilson. How many times do you see that? And Wilson just punches it by the diving Millar at first base.
Terrific bat control by Enrique Wilson. Fastball, this is outside, and Embry wanted that one. Yankees talking about getting another utility infielder that they were interested in Lou Merloni, Luis Sojo, who played in the Mexican League this year and hasn't played in a couple of seasons and works with the Yankees, has been mentioned as a possible addition before the rosters are set midnight tomorrow. And it is expected that Joe Torre, as he normally does in postseason, will have 10 pitchers and 15 position players. And right now he has 11 pitchers on the roster. 0-1 to Derek Jeter, batting leadoff today. And Jeter hits a fly ball to right field. And going back is Trot Nixon. Nixon looking up, and it bounces off the barrier, coming around to score. And now they're going to say it is a ground rule double, as the fan had touched it leaning over the barrier. So it'll be a double. And Joe Torre is going to argue this one, as Enrique Wilson, who was on first, will have to go back. Now, I wonder if they can rule that Wilson would have scored, but here is Torre.
That's right, they could. They could if it's fan interference. If it's a ground rule double, you can't do that. If the ball bounces into the stands and hit a fan in the stands, then you can't do that. But the fact that Wilson would have scored had that ball stayed in play. So normally when an umpire grabs the wrist, it's a fan has interfered. It's not a ground rule double. So I think Torre's saying, did the ball bounce high enough to bounce into the stands? If in the umpire's judgment the ball was hit to the right part of the field, and now Willie Randolph trying to help him out. That's first base umpire Paul Nort. No, it bounced into the stands. That should be a ground rule double. Yep. That is another break for the Red Sox.
Yeah, it was not interfered with by the fans. It bounced out.
Ground rule double, you can't allow the runner to score. Had a fan interfered with it by leaning into the field of play, then Wilson could, but he didn't.
It bounced in and then bounced out.
That's correct.
So when the ball bounced out, you might get the feeling, and Joe Torre probably did, that the fan had reached for the ball.
That's right.
So
had there been no fans down there, it would have rattled around the stands. Joe said, I know what you're saying, talking to Paul Nart.
You're the best lip reader I've seen in years. And Joe Torre talking to all of the umpires over there. And of course, if this goes as a ground rule double and the runner goes back to third, that'll be the second time in this game that the Red Sox have benefited by balls in which the runners would have scored had it not been. And that was Nick Johnson in the third inning, where if a fan would have interfered, the run would have scored.
See, if the ball bounces into the stands, it's a ground rule double. On a ground rule double, the runner at first must stay at third. Had the fan reached down onto the field and interfered, then in the judgment of the umpires, if the runner at first, in their judgment, could have scored, then they can allow him to score, even though it's still only 2 bases for the guy who hit it, in this case Jeter.
Now what would Joe be arguing now if that is the rule, that a ground rule double, even if it looked like Enrique Wilson was rounding third?
Yeah, I don't know, because a ground rule double is a ground rule double is a ground rule double, said Willie Shakespeare.
Who hit 286 for Pawtucket one year, right?
He hit a lot.
He hit a lot, didn't he?
He hit a lot. Willie Shakes wasn't too bad a
Willie
hitter.
hit better than Ted Williams, actually.
He was Ruthian.
Ruthie. So runners at second and third. Jeter with a double, and Enrique Wilson go to third, and here is Nick Johnson, and no picnic for Alan Embry, even though he is facing a left-handed batter. Johnson is 3 for 4 with 2 singles and a double and 3 runs driven in. 6-4, the Yankees lead here in the top of the 8th inning. Ball 1. Jeff Nelson and Gabe White working in the Yankee bullpen. Nelson the right-hander and White the southpaw. Yankees in front 6-4. It's setting up the way they wanted right about now. And a line drive to center field, base hit. And 2 runs will come around to score, and the Yankees have opened up an 8-4 lead. Nick Johnson with a 4-hit game. Coming up big for the Yankees. And maybe the series is a matter of who comes from behind. The Red Sox did it last night. The Yankees had a 3-0 lead, the Red Sox today, and the Yankees have come back and now lead it.
What a day by Nick Johnson. I mean, he has scalded 4 balls on his way to a 4-hit game, 2 RBIs. He has been right in the thick of everything, and the Red Sox do not know how to get him out.
And there's the base hit again, sharply hit to center field. A throw over to first base to keep Johnson close. So a 4-hit game for Nick Johnson. And the 4th hit of the inning for the Yankees, Jason Giambi. Ball strike to him, 2 out. And Johnson on at first base. 3 runs across the plate. So the Yankees have played big inning in this game with 2 in the 3rd, 3 in the 4th, and 3 more here in the 8th inning. This is his 2nd 4-hit game of his career. Fastball fouled back. No balls and 2 strikes to Giambi. 0 for 3 and reached once on a hit batsman. So Joe Torre's Yankees seeing Andy Pettit hit early, and then Pettit settling down, and everything working the way the Yankees would like it. They want to get to the 9th inning for Mariano Rivera.
I think your comparison to last night's game is right on. I mean, it's a game that was mirrored, only the other side is winning, and that's the Yankees. Yankees are doing today what the Red Sox did last night.
Exactly. And they've been on their heels as of late, the Yankees have, as Giambi swings and misses. Strike 3, and that'll do it, but not before. 3 runs cross the plate, and in the middle of the 8th inning at Fenway, it's the Yankees 8 and the Red Sox 4.
Sorry, I was driving too fast. No, my fault. You must be gelling like a felon.
Dr. Scholl's massaging gel insoles are so soft, they make any shoe feel outrageously comfortable. Are you gelling? Dr. Scholl's.
Come on in, Derek. I thought we discussed this thing and had it all worked out. You're our starting shortstop. How can you possibly afford to spend 2 nights dancing, 2 nights eating out, and 3 nights just carousing with your friends? Oh.
If you want to enjoy the New York nightlife, bring your Visa card, because Orso, Cheetah, and the Broome Street Bar don't take American Express. Visa, it's everywhere you want to be.
Hi, I'd like a cheeseburger.
Anything on that?
Actually, a cheeseburger. Is that weird?
No.
Thanks.
You want another cheeseburger on top of that one?
I like the way you think.
Love cheeseburgers. Now for under $3, you can get a fire-grilled meal at Burger King. The best burgers are fire-grilled. And now 3 cheeseburger meals, single, double, or even triple with fries and a Coke, are each under $3.
I think I'm in love.
Burger King. Come on over. The fire's ready.
No more in the Red Sox battle Giambi and the Yankees. Fox Saturday Baseball next week.
One man controls an empire.
My business is 100% legal.
One man is sworn to destroy it.
Every politician needs a target.
And their battle is about to get personal.
The DA's son and the pornographer's daughter, they would ruin me.
He laid a hand on her.
You can't tell me not to see him!
From executive producer Jerry Bruckheimer.
You tell your son to keep his filthy hands off my daughter.
Skin, a new series, Mondays, Fox Ball.
Major League Baseball on Fox, presented by Radio Shack, is brought to you by GMC. We are professional grade. By Dr. Scholl's massaging gel insoles. Are you gelling yet? By Burger King. With 3 fire-grilled meals, each under $3, price and participation may vary. And by Allstate, you're in good hands with Allstate. And a new right fielder for the Yankees, and it's Juan Rivera. Ruben Sierra pinch hit for Kareem Garcia, and so Rivera, who was just recalled from Columbus, is out in right field, and Jeff Nelson, who's had a long wait, Tim, will be coming in for the Yankees, dealt by the Mariners back to the Yankees for Armando Benitez early August.
Yeah, Jeff had a long wait in the bullpen today, and he waited happily as the Yankees tacked on 3 more runs to make his job a lot easier, particularly with the meat of the Boston lineup coming up.
Yankees have out hit the Red Sox 13-7. The Red Sox have had 10 or more hits in 9 straight games, and that particular milestone is in jeopardy for them. As Nomar Garciaparra leading off and time called, as Posada wants to go make sure with Jeff Nelson they're on the same page.
Jeff Nelson, who was with the Yankees formerly before he went to Seattle, was a gladiator of sorts. And that's kind of what Joe Torre will be in about 2 months. We'll tell you why.
I'm interested to hear this story.
Well, he's a gladiator right now. I mean,
but he's
4 world championships in 8 years, not too shabby.
Sidearm delivery by Nelson in for the strike, 0-1.
Joe's daughter, Andrea Ray, who is, I believe, 6 years old. She could be 7. Allie Torre is listening right now, and she's saying, she's telling me the right number. There it is right there. This is at old Fenway Park, right back here. Fenway Park before the Green Monster was enlarged.
And that'll be Joe Torre.
That will be Joe Torre on Halloween this year.
Right.
Andrea Ray already has his outfit selected for him. He had to try it on before he came to Fenway.
Are they going to sell tickets for this? Pitch is outside to Nomar.
That
1-2.
That, of course, was not Joe. That was Russell Crowe in the movie,
right, yeah.
Gladiator. But
Scott Sauerbeck warming up for the Red Sox, the left-hander in the bullpen. A high drive to left field, and looking up, and this is off the wall. And Garciaparra will go in a second. The wind blowing in kept that ball from going over the wall for a home run.
That is exactly right. Fenway is unique in that it has little wind pockets in this area. That's one of them out there in center field. But in left field, the wind is kicked up. It's very muggy here in Boston. It's supposed to rain later on this afternoon.
Feels damp now.
It does. It does. You can almost smell the rain. It's a great summer thing. It's not so good if you're a hitter and you feel that gust of wind rob you from a home run. Yeah, from a home run.
I've always wondered who will stop the rain. You know, it's one of those questions that Anyway, Garciaparra with a single, double, and triple. Here as Ortiz takes inside ball 1. Garciaparra missed a hitting for the cycle with a triple last night. Right now, all he needs is a home run, but Ortiz has hit a home run with 1 out in the 3rd inning. He is 2 for 3 on the day as the Red Sox. You know, 4 runs is not insurmountable for this team.
Yeah, that's why those 2 hits by Wilson and Johnson were so important. One run game in this ballpark, nothing. Enrique Wilson has just been terrific, as has Nick Johnson, the right side of the Yankee infielder, with 7 hits today.
Mariano Rivera along with Gabe White throwing in the Yankee bullpen. That one not even close. 2 balls and a strike to David Ortiz, who has had the home run swing without question recently. There you see Mariano Rivera, number 42, and of course Gabe White in front of him. 2 balls and a strike. Swing and a miss, waved at that one, and it evens the count in the process.
Breaking ball behind in the count with a 4-run lead. That's a good pitch in a tough situation. Fastball count, breaking ball.
The lead at second by Garciaparra. Nobody out, pitch outside. And it runs full 3-2 with Kevin Millar on deck for the Red Sox. Joe Torre said these games this week and next week wouldn't decide who would win unless the Yankees would maybe win 7 out of 8, something like that. It's going to be decided by a lot of the other games, but these don't hurt, do they?
No, they don't. No, they don't.
3 balls and 2 strikes. And the crowd into it as Ortiz fouls the fastball back and stays alive. Red Sox go on a road trip, 9 games, where they'll play a makeup game with the Phillies in Philadelphia than the White Sox, the Yankees, and Orioles. Not an easy task, especially since they dropped 7 of 12 to Baltimore.
Understandably, the Phillies didn't want to lose the gate. Over 50,000 to see the Red Sox play that day in June when they were rained out.
Here's the 3-2 again to Ortiz. Ball 4 inside, and the Red Sox have the first 2 runners on base here in the 8th inning with Kevin Millar. And today's great feat of the game, presented by Dr. Scholl's, the 4 hits by Nick Johnson, driving in 5 runs for the Yankees. Nick Johnson hitting second today with a single in the first, a 2-run double in the third, an RBI single in the fourth, and a 2-run single in the 8th. And Mel Stottlemyre walking to the mound to talk to Jeff Nelson, who is struggling here.
Well, that's all Mel will do is talk. And trying to think along with Joe Torre. This is too early for Mariano Rivera. Not only that, but if Nelson gets the ball down, he is more apt to get the double play ball than even Rivera would. So with the right-hander up there, clearly it's too early for Rivera.
But Rivera did come in the 8th inning in his last save, which was against the White Sox on Thursday. So
he's an 8th inning pitcher. I'm not saying he wouldn't come in a situation like this, but not with nobody out when you need a ground ball. He doesn't throw hard-hit ground balls for double plays, but Nelson does.
First pitch is ball 1 to Kevin Millar, who is 0 for 1 against Jeff Nelson. The on-deck hitter, Jason Varetek, 0 for 6 against the big righty. So Garciaparra with a leadoff double off the wall, and Ortiz, who drew the 3-2 walk. 1-0 the count to Millar. Bounces it slowly to the left side, and Jeter goes to second, and that's all they'll get. So the force at second erases Ortiz. Millar is safe at first on a fielder's choice as Garciaparra goes to third with 1 away here in the 8th.
So Nelson got the ground ball. You know, ground ball double play is one of the weirdest things in baseball. Because what a team tries to do, they try to get a hitter to hit it hard enough to where they can turn the double play. If you don't hit it hard enough, you may get the ground ball and get 1 out, but you don't get 2, and that's what happened then.
But if you hit it hard enough and it's a little to the left or right, you've got the base hit.
It's a base hit, that's right. It's weird.
Here's Jason Varetek. Switch hitter, batting left-handed for the first time. Fastball in there for a call strike. Varetek 0 for 3 this afternoon. Yankees lead it 8-4, bottom of the 8th inning. And the Red Sox with runners at first and third and 1 out. That's down low. Mariano Rivera has been throwing in the Yankee bullpen. Gabe White, the left-hander, up as well, and Scott Sauerbeck, the southpaw, who was picked up from the Pittsburgh Pirates. Both teams trumping each other with relief pitching moves throughout the year. Swing and a miss by Varetek, and it's 1-2. I've never seen a year when two clubs have made so many moves.
No, you're exactly right, Dick. I mean, it's almost one-upsmanship at a major league level.
And it may not be over.
No, that's right.
There's Sauerbeck and Mariano in the Yankee bullpen. Crowd in full throat here at Fenway Park. And the pitch hits Varetek. Jason Varetek hit by the pitch with the count 1-2. And Jeff Nelson now will find that the bases are loaded with 1 out to Gabe Kapler, who's going to go back into the dugout. And let's see if Todd Walker comes out to pinch hit for him.
That's exactly who it's going to be. Of all things, hit right in the seat of the pants. Posada very upset. So we've had a walk and a hit batsman by Nelson. And I think Joe Torre will make a move right here. I don't think it's going to be Rivera. I think he may go to the left-hander Gabe White, but it might be Rivera. Both are warming, and both are warm, and here comes Torrey.
With one out, if he does go to Rivera, he's got a problem with the bases loaded. I know that Joe doesn't like to bring him in that kind of
that's true.
Tenuous position. But Torrey going to the mound, and one of them is coming in. And it's going to be the left-hander, Gabe White, former Cincinnati Red, coming in a key situation in the 8th. We'll be right back.
My technique when I get in the batter's box is to dig in, pull the pant legs up. I try to point the bat to center field, knock the dirt off, and try to look real mean. What do you think of that?
Major League Baseball Charities is a proud partner of Boys and Girls Clubs of America.
Now I want to teach you about Pine Tar.
Through programs like RBI and Rookie League, they bring baseball and softball to kids around the world.
Don't be afraid of the ball.
Together, they create a positive place for kids.
For 15 years, Cops has brought you some of the most dramatic stories on television. Now on the season premiere, get ready for the biggest drama yet.
Male has taken the female hostage. She has a belt around her neck.
A man on the edge.
She's already slit his throat once.
A woman in danger.
He's threatening to use a knife on her.
And cops who risk their lives to save her. Don't miss it. On the season premiere, did he have her consent?
It just got a little rough, okay? That's how we like it.
Or was it a...
I'm Don Lowry. The Social Security system is designed to help the people of Maine if they've been disabled. If you've ever tried to collect on Social Security disability, you know how frustrating it can be. Call Lowry & Associates. We can help you with your Social Security disability problems. If you've made a claim and been turned down on your initial request or reconsideration, call this number. Lowry & Associates can help you.
Lowry & Associates help people who've been injured in an accident. Call 1-800-999-LEGAL.
Hey, bounce this number off you.
At Quirk Chevrolet, save up to $10,000 on the longest-lasting, most dependable truck on the road, Chevy Silverado. All this and savings up to $10 grand only from the guy who wants you to wear the gold bow tie. Quirk Chevrolet gets you from 0 to 60 in record time with financing as low as 0% for up to 60 months on Maine's #1 selling truck. Up to $10,000 in savings, down to 0% financing. Think you can get a better deal than Quirk Chevrolet? Then you don't know Jack.
They've got the sharpest pencil in town. Have they just sit around that showroom figuring deals and whittling that old pencil down? They know that if you buy once, you're gonna be back. So instead of buying one, you're buying two, and that's a fact. They've got the sharpest pencil in
Coffee pot's always on, neighbor, so come on down.
Doors Equipment. For 44 years, the name you've trusted for power equipment. Check out our full line of Kubota tractors. Kubota ranks #1 for performance, warranty, and value that lasts for generations. These are the reasons customers keep coming back to Doors Equipment and Kubota Tractors. Outer Hammond Street, Bangor. Come find out why a Doors customer is a satisfied customer.
In the brief time that they have faced each other, Todd Walker has 1 hit in 2 trips, and that 1 hit was a home run.
Wouldn't you know it?
So that's the way this sets up with Todd Walker. Not a power hitter by any stretch of the imagination, but has a home run against Gabe White, and a home run right here would knot the game. But Gabe White may have other ideas. No balls and 2 strikes with 1 out. Trot Nixon is on deck. And the Walker holds up, and it's 1-2. McCarty is on deck for the Red Sox, and he will pinch hit for Trot Nixon. A reminder, Manny Ramirez did not play last night, unable to play with a throat infection, had a high fever, and a pop-up to the left side of the infield. And Derek Jeter makes the play for out number 2. So 2 down. And David McCarty will come in and pinch hit now for Trot Nixon. With 2 down.
Ladies and gentlemen, pinch hitting for Nixon, number 10.
And here comes Joe Torre, and he's already signaled to the bullpen. Gabe White got the lefty out that he needed to get out, and though a pinch hitter is coming in right now, he's going to go with Mariano Rivera.
Well, he made the Red Sox go to the move for the right-handed batter. Now they're going to have to counter with another left-hander, all the while wearing down their roster.
Right. Well, this is where the Red Sox miss Manny Ramirez.
No question.
By that extra player. So Mariano Rivera coming in. We'll be right back.
Fox NFL Sunday returns next week. This fall, hang out with Fox on Friday nights. It's Outspoken.
Sam Donaldson gets Diane Sawyer. I get Excedrin the Entertainer.
Trying to insult me like watching a dog trying to work a doorknob.
Outrageous.
I had 3 jobs when I was that young. I worked my ass off. I grew back.
And outstanding.
How are we supposed to teach them? How do we gain their confidence if they think we're afraid of them?
We are afraid of them.
Wanda, Louie, and the critically acclaimed Boston Public. The new Fox Friday premieres September 19th.
We are selling a lifestyle.
One man controls an empire.
My business is 100% legal.
One man is sworn to destroy it.
Every politician needs a target.
Let's take him down.
And the battle is about to get personal.
Can you imagine what will happen if the press gets a hold of this? The DA's son and the pornographer's daughter?
He's laid a hand on her, so help me.
You can't tell me not to see him!
I want to know who he sees. There's always some dirt under the rug somewhere.
Anyone this obsessed must have a dark side.
From executive producer Jerry Bruckheimer.
You tell your son to keep his filthy hands off my daughter.
Skin, a new series, Mondays, Fox Ball.
The respective managers, Joe Torre of the Yankees and Grady Little of the Red Sox, matching wits here. And what is like a game you would see down the stretch of late in September, 8-4, and the benches and the bullpen's wearing thin about this time, Ken.
Yeah, another reason this is a game that resembles a September game is on Monday you can expand the rosters. Actually on Tuesday after the 31st, you can expand the rosters to 40 players from the present 25. And both managers are using players right now, not only pitchers, but pinch hitters also, like they had the expanded roster. But it's still at 25, and for that reason, Grady Little has to allow Dave McCarty to bat for himself.
They're the runners with their leads, 8-4 the score. Mariano Rivera in, and the first pitch up high to David McCarty. McCarty hitting .278 with 1 homer and 6 runs batted in, and Rivera coming up with a save. Thursday against Chicago has 6 blown saves on the year. Trying to end the 8th with the bases loaded. And there's a strike, 1-1. McCarty has faced Rivera twice at the plate and has 1 hit against Mariano. McCarty batting for Trot Nixon. That's when White was the pitcher, and then Joe Torre going to the bullpen for Rivera. Just outside, 2-1. Lou Merlone on deck for the Red Sox. They have Damian Jackson, Doug Mirabelli. That's all they've got left for pinch hitters, and a foul ball over the roof to the right. 2-2. Yankees trying to even the series at 1 apiece. The Red Sox, who were down 7.5 games to the Yankees in the American League East 10 days ago. Slice 4 up to that lead, cut it to 3.5. Want to keep the momentum going, but the Yankees looking to keep it at arm's length. Red Sox 5 years in a row have been second in the division behind the Yankees. Fouled it, and watch out, Merlone almost got hit by that vicious foul off to the right.
That's that cut fastball, and you do have to be alive if you're on deck with a right-hander up. Maloney in the top of your screen going, whoa, put that ball in play, Dave.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Dave McCarty. 3 runners on base and another foul ball out of play. So again, the significance in the American League East. Red Sox who climbed to within 3.5 games behind the Yankees. And of course, the Red Sox are in another race as well. And that is in the wild card derby, where they're a half a game ahead of the Seattle Mariners, who won last night. And the Orioles lead the Mariners 1-0 early in that game. So the plot thickens. There's a line drive to left field, and it's going to be played off the wall by Matsui. Garcia Parra scores. 1 run in second and third, and 2 runs cross the plate, and it's an 8-6 game. So Kevin Millar and Garcia Parra score, and a pinch hit 2-run double by Dave McCarty against Mariano Rivera cuts it to a 2-run game.
You rarely see Rivera make a mistake in the middle of the plate. Usually he'll break a bat, but Dave McCarty with a rope to left field. And now here comes Mel Stottlemyre. Damian Jackson will be the pinch runner, and no doubt stay in the game and stay in right field. And a key 2-out, 2-run double by Dave McCarty has closed the gap for the Red Sox. My goodness.
So the Red Sox get speed where they need it at second base, because that's the tying run. And Dave McCarty getting congratulations. And now let's see what Mariano Rivera does. And you know, Joe Torre, you know, he has said he willing to do it, doesn't always like to bring Mo in the 8th inning.
Yeah, and he had made such good pitches on McCarty, getting McCarty to foul him off. One almost hit Merloni, and here's Merloni.
Ball 1 low and outside. And of course, you look at the season for Mariano Rivera, and he's fallen off a bit. And of course, in the last 16 games, his numbers have not been impressive. Behind 1-0 to Merloni on the corner. 1-1 to Merloni. So Merloni coming in back to the Red Sox, and all of a sudden finding himself not only in a big series, but a huge game starting here in the second game of the series. Red Sox having won last night. Damian Jackson off at second as the pinch runner for McCarty. The runner at third is Varetek, and it's 1-2 now.
I think that's where Rivera's going to stay. He got that pitch outside. That's where he was trying to pitch McCarty successfully. And then he ran that ball over the middle of the plate. McCarty doubled. I think he'll stay away again.
And he does, and Merloni fouls it back. So Merloni expected that pitch to be away and just got a piece of it. Red Sox with the tying runs in scoring position as you take a look at that last pitch. Runners at second and third, and 2 out. 2 runs across the plate, 8-6 the score here in the bottom of the 8th inning. The 1-2 pitch to Merloni. He holds up, and it evens the count 2-2. And with the Red Sox, you can never relax. There is no lead big enough, Tim. And the bullpen activity for the Red Sox. Again, the 2-2, 3-2. So, Tim, just as you said it, Mariano Rivera has kept the ball away from Merloni, fouled off 1, and now the crowd on its feet. Runners at second and third.
And Rivera playing very shallow in right field, and appropriately shallow with Merloni the hitter.
Top of the order would be next. Here is the 3-2 pitch, and fouls it into the crowd.
No way will Rivera come in on Merloni unless it's a mistake. He's been burned once this inning, not again.
Johnny Damon would be next if Merlone could keep the rally alive. Again, the 3-2 to Merlone. Ball 4, and that loads it up. Bases are loaded for Johnny Damon, the left-handed batter coming up against Mariano Rivera. So now the lead run is on at first base for the Red Sox against Joe Torre's club. And here's Johnny Damon, who's 1 for 4. Ball 1 up high. Varetek is at third. Damian Jackson, the pinch runner, at second base. Lou Merlone, the runner at first. 8-6 New York. Check swing, breaks inside. 2-0 now.
Check with Ed Rapuano, the third base umpire. He said he did not go around, and it showed right there. He did not go around.
Right down the middle, and Johnny Damon had to know he was going to get a good pitch from Rivera there. Two balls, 1 strike, 2 out, bases loaded. Fouled off to the right. 2-2 to Johnny Damon.
That's what Rivera makes you do as a hitter. He makes you jump at the ball. We saw the pitch that was very close to a check swing, and that ball nubbed off the fist of Damon.
Way high, and the count is full. 3-2 with the bases loaded. And the runners will be going with 2 out in the count. 3-2. And that could be a big advantage to the Red Sox if Damon could put it in play.
That's right.
Runners off. The 3-2 pitch fouled off, and that was breaking low and inside, and might have been ball 4, but Damon had to protect the plate.
I agree with you, Dick. That ball was ball 4. Had Damon not swung at it, it may have hit him. That's how far inside it was.
Tough pitch to leave alone, however.
Yeah, that's right.
Again, the runners off. 3-2 pitch, ball 4. And Rivera forces in a run. Johnny Damon walks. And coming across, Kevin Millar, and it is now a 8-7 game. The bases remain loaded. And Bill Miller coming out, still with 2 away.
There have been teams that have beaten Rivera with ground balls through the infield, ground balls to third in front of the third baseman. Teams have not beaten Rivera because he's walked guys. He's walked only 7 coming into this game and 2 here in the 9th inning.
Bill Miller looking at a strike down the middle. 0-1, 2 out. Tying run is at third. Go ahead run is at second base. Damian Jackson, the tying run at third base. One and one.
If you're Damian Jackson at third base, another thing to look for is the short pass ball. Posada in past years has had problems corralling the Rivera fastball, as have a lot of hitters in the American League.
And this is just the 8th inning, not the 9th for Rivera.
Right.
And he's had his hands full and has not been sharp. And a great pitch to hit for Bill Miller. Fouls it off. 1 ball and 2 strikes, and that pitch to Miller fouled off was the 25th pitch thrown by Rivera since he's come in.
I mean, just thinking, I can't remember Mariano Rivera walking 2 in an inning in the last 6 years.
especially with men on base.
Right.
He's ahead on the count, 1-2, and off the fist, and a good protection at the plate by Bill Millar, who is 0 for 4 on the afternoon, and checking to see whether his bat broke in the process. Damian Jackson, Lou Merlone, Johnny Damon, 2 out. And he swings at what would have been a ball as he foul tips it into Posada's glove. It was a high pitch, and that'll do it. Red Sox, however, get 3, 8-7 as we go to the top of the 9th inning. And we will return to Boston after a break from your local Fox station. High drama indeed.
Who would ever have said I do to Wanda?
That man was devastated when I left.
Was he devastated like this?
Dave Chappelle guest stars on the season premiere Friday, September 19th on Fox.
Are now playing right field, and Todd Walker is the new second baseman, with Merlone moving to left and a new pitcher as well, the young Hung Kim. And the first pitch to Bernie Williams, grounded to shortstop, and Garcia Parra throws him out. 1 away here in the top of the 9th inning. And here is today's Sprint Virtual Manager question again, and the answer as of today: who should win the American League Cy Young Award? Esteban Loaiza, Pedro Martinez, Mike Mussina, and Roy Halladay. And a lot of Red Sox fans, Martinez gets the nod, but Loaiza not that far behind. Pretty close, I would say, overall. Here is Matsui, who is 0 for 3 with a walk. And fouled out of play. So Kim has had mixed results since he has joined the Red Sox as their closer.
Well, he hasn't had mixed results facing the Yankees. They've been all bad.
That's true.
Oh, my gosh.
You remember that World Series.
Oh, 2001 World Series, games 4 and 5. Home runs by Tino Martinez, Scott Brocious. Excruciating losses.
2 strikes to Matsui, but Kim picking up his 11th save Wednesday, striking out to 3 of the 4 outs he garnered, and he's ahead, no balls and 2 strikes to Matsui, and a chopper up the middle, and going to his left, Todd Walker, no way to make the play on Matsui, who beats it out for an infield hit. Matsui with his first hit of the ball game.
There's a running joke among baseball players in the major leagues that if you enter the game late in a game, that ball will find a way to find you.
That's right.
And there's Todd Walker out there. He pinch hit, and that ball found a way to find him. It's remarkable.
Jorge Posada with his 25th home run of the year, and he has been so effective leading off innings. That was his 9th homer as a leadoff batter this year. That was in the 4th inning. Yankees at one point trailed 3-0 and had an 8-4 lead. Red Sox cutting it down to 1 as Kim goes over to keep Matsui in focus.
Yeah, Matsui is not a base stealing threat. He's only tried to steal 2 this year. He's stolen 1. But Kim, easy to run off of. Easy.
And the time called by Red Sox catcher Jason Varetek. Looking at it in perspective, Kim has had an erratic August. 1-1 is his record, has 5 saves, but has 2 blown saves, and his ERA is over 5. So that's not what you want from your closer. But he's been a battler, misses outside, and 1-0 the count to the Yankee catcher. On deck, Aaron Boone for the Yankees, who have scored in bunches today. 2 in the 3rd, 3 in the 4th, 3 in the 8th. And there's an effective submarine pitch by Kim. And the one thing they say about Kim is that he's got to pitch inside, and he's got to send some of those batters back a little bit and kind of widen the plate for himself.
He is subterranean on some pitches.
Literally.
Looks like he's tunneling the ball to home plate.
1-1 pitch outside, or in Europe it would be chunneling the ball to the plate if you want to talk about London and Paris.
Yes. You can see how far he drops down. Talking to Bob Brunley about Kim a couple of years ago, and he said you could stand when he's throwing between starts and you just can't pick him up.
2-1 pitch fouled off by Posada.
Normally left-handed batters get a real good look at a guy who drops down like that, but not so Kim. Very, very difficult to pick up.
So it's Posada against Kim from South Korea. Came to the Red Sox in the deal for Shea Hillenbrand at the end of May. Part of the shuffling of the bullpen story, and Matsui is off and on the hit and run, fouled away. And Matsui will come back, and the count is even 2-2.
As we said, even though Matsui doesn't run a lot, Kim is easy. He's an easy guy to run off of for a lot of reasons. He keeps the ball down. It's tougher for the catcher to throw it. He takes a long time to get rid of the ball to home plate. So you have all the elements that favor a guy running in this situation.
And the Yankees, be a smart thing to do to try to get yet another insurance run in scoring position. With one out, Boone to follow. Pitches down low. Full count now to Posada.
And Matsui will definitely be running right here. Also, Lou Merloni in left field just moved out there. He's got a second baseman's arm. He's playing left field. Ground ball the other side, through to left, try to go to third with one out.
And you also have an infielder's arm in right field.
Right.
Damian Jackson, runner goes, and the ball hit to center field, deep, way back, and this one is gone. Jorge Posada with a huge two-run homer here in the ninth inning. His second homer of the game to give the Yankees some solid breathing room. That was tagged. Woof. And Posada with a two-run homer, giving the Yankees a 10-7 lead.
Aaron Boone.
So once again, beyond young Kim, looking at not the pinstripes, but the traveling grays, but the NY may get
same result.
The same result is right. And it is 10-7 now. Aaron Boone at the plate. Bases are empty with one out, but the damage has been done, and a call strike to Boone.
Did Posada crush this ball? Just crushed it. Way out of here in center field.
So he has his 25th and 26th home runs today, and Boone fouls it out of play to the right. 0-2. Ooh, crushed it. Ooh. Into the canvas in center field that they use as background against the hitters. And this is going to take a lot of pressure, Tim, off of Mariano Rivera now, going into the bottom of the ninth inning. Swing and a miss, strike three. And Boone goes down for out number 2.
Of course, we were saying that going into the bottom of the eighth inning, too. That the 4 runs by the Yankees, then the Red Sox came back with 3. Posada just crushes one to center field. And the bewildered Kim is still out there.
For Posada, his first 2 home run game this year, and his 8th career multi-home run game. Here's Juan Rivera. And Rivera, who went into play right field after Sierra pinch hit for Garcia, takes strike 1. And the crowd has not left, because these are great baseball fans, but they are silent right now. Pop up as Varetek and Millar, and it's Varetek to make the catch for out number 3. But Jorge Posada with a blistering Two-run homer to center field against Kim, giving the Yankees a 10-7 lead, and the Red Sox will have Garcia Parra, Ortiz, and Millar in their last chance in the bottom of the ninth.
Baseball's greatest rivalry heats up. The Red Sox postseason hopes hang in the balance. Now the Yankees look to sink the Sox en route to another division title. Fox Saturday Baseball next week.
Fox NFL Sunday is back. Parcells is ready to turn things around in Big D, while the Falcons are out to prove they're not a one-man team. Fox NFL Sunday returns next week, noon Eastern, 9 Pacific. The biggest stories in football are in the NFC, and the NFC's on Fox. Is it a gift or a curse?
Help me.
Is it real or imagined? Is it the past or the future?
You're gonna die today, Rebecca. Stay away from me.
This fall,
Those people shouldn't actually be dead.
How could you possibly know that?
it's all true.
You're supposed to live.
Eliza Dushku.
You can't save people, True. Just give me the gun. I heard another voice.
True Calling. Thursdays, Fox Fall. Fox Monday. The surprises continue in paradise when more eliminated guests return for revenge.
I just want to thank everyone that voted me off.
Things are gonna get ugly
I shouldn't even be here. This is ridiculous.
as the end draws near.
I'm done. Just shut up. I don't hear you talking, Keith.
Paradise Hotel, 9/8 Central, Fox Monday. Parental discretion advised.
And back here at Fenway Park, and here is today's good hands play of the game, presented by Allstate. And it was Kareem Garcia robbing Lou Merlone of extra bases. He took off and extended himself and made a great catch, kept his balance, and that ended things in the fourth inning. As the Yankees now will try to halt the Red Sox, who are known for their comebacks, in the bottom of the ninth inning, leading 10-7, and it'll be Garcia Parra, Ortiz, and Millar against Mariano Rivera after the Red Sox batted around in the eighth.
By the way, Dick, we were talking about the last time that Mariano Rivera walked 2 in 1 inning. It was July 12th of last year in Cleveland. Yankees lost that game. Mariano blew a save. But 2 walks in an inning.
Garcia Parra hits a fly ball, just missing this one, and Hideki Matsui making the catch for out number 1. Garcia Parra had been 6 for 12 against Mariano coming into this game, but 1 gone for the Red Sox in the bottom of the ninth inning.
Designated hitter, number 34.
Rivera had to work extra hard in the 8th inning, which is not normally the routine for closers. They go finish an inning and then come into the ninth, but he had to struggle a little bit, as you mentioned, with those 2 walks.
Yeah.
And a hit. And here's Ortiz, who has 2 hits and 3 trips, a homer, a single, and a walk, and an RBI. And a fastball for a strike, but a lot of the pressure taken off of Rivera. 1 run deficit is a totally different story. Obviously, when you need to get 1 man on base, the Red Sox need a lot more than that here. No balls and 2 strikes to the Red Sox designated hitter. Seattle Mariners leading the Orioles 2-1 in the 3rd inning. And if the Red Sox go on and lose this game and the Mariners win, Seattle would vault ahead of them in the wild card spot by a half a game. All the way to the backstop, 1 and 2.
We talked about it in the opening about 3 hours ago about how this should be a low-scoring ball game with Andy Pettit going, Pedro Martinez.
You never know.
You really don't. The Red Sox and Yankees both are so explosive. 24 hits in this game, 17 runs.
Now to the plate, and the winner of this game will also break the season series story. Team 7-7 coming into this game. Series finale tomorrow. As we told you, Roger Clemens, barring these teams facing each other in postseason, his final career appearance at Fenway Park. And then 3 games next week at Yankee Stadium, and we'll have 1 of them. And there's a base hit to center field by Ortiz. 3rd hit of the game for David Ortiz. Well, the Red Sox have 19 wins in their last at-bat this year, so nothing is out of the question for this band of Bo Sox.
At one time, it would have been out of the question even to mention it against a guy like Mariano Rivera. Such extraordinary success in the pinstripes. But he has had his problems recently.
And so the Red Sox finally get into double digits in hits for the 10th consecutive game. And Kevin Millar, who is 2 for 6 against Rivera, fouls off the first pitch. Kevin Millar with a first inning single and a run batted in. Now with 83 RBIs on the season. His career high is 85. Ortiz not being held on by Nick Johnson at first base. And chases that pitch for strike 2. Rivera, the 4th Yankee pitcher. Andy Pettit started and worked 7 innings and settled down after a rocky start, committing a throwing error in the process. Jeff Nelson, Gabe White, and now Rivera.
You don't need to throw a strike in this situation if you're Rivera.
And Millar with a fly ball to right field coming over, and it's going to be a foul ball, barely foul. Juan Rivera came running over, and that looked awfully close.
And he threw a strike too. I mean, after that 0-1 pitch, you've got so much to work with. That ball was 6 inches off the plate, and Millar not only swinging at it, but swinging at it feebly. You don't need to throw a strike, and Rivera comes back with a strike. Sometimes in order to be wild, you don't have to be wild out of the strike zone. Some pitchers are wild in the strike zone.
Ortiz with a 1-out single. Oh, 0-2 pitch, and he hits it to the right side. Nick Johnson will make the play unassisted. That's all the Yankees need as Ortiz goes to second with 2 outs. So the Red Sox down to their last out, and they need another base runner for the tying run to come to the plate. And it appears at this point, Tim, that Posada's home run in the 9th inning really took the air out of the Red Sox rally balloon today.
That was a bomb, and here's that pitch to Millar, about 6 inches off the plate. You can see how he just punches at the ball. Grounded feebly to the right side.
So here's Jason Varetek, the switch hitter, who is 4 for 10 against Mariano Rivera. 10-7 the score, and all the scoring today, we've only had 1 inning, Tim, where a team scored 1 run. That was Red Sox in the 3rd inning. Otherwise, it was 2 or more for both clubs.
Yeah, I was just thinking about your comment about Posada hitting the 2-run home run, and how many teams this year have thought they had the Red Sox down, and they just have risen like Lazarus.
2 out, and the pitch taken for ball 1-0 to Jason Varetek, who has 22 home runs and 79 runs batted in. Ground ball to the right side. Nick Johnson will flip it to Rivera for out number 3, and the ball game is over. And Mariano Rivera, after a rocky 8th inning, settles down in the 9th, and the Yankees have defeated the Boston Red Sox by a score of 10-7 to even their 2-game series at 1 apiece and regain a 4.5-game lead.
Lazarus finally stayed down.
Yeah, right.
No rising again today.
So the Yankees now 4.5 up in the American League East race. Red Sox even. Pettit the winner, Martinez the loser. For more information on today's game and for the latest information on Major League Baseball, go to foxsports.com. Next week on Fox, baseball's pennant races heat up as we hit September. Red Sox at Yankee Stadium or other matchups. Check your local listings. So for Tim McCarver, I'm Dick Stockton saying so long from Boston. You've been watching Fox Sports, your home for the 2003 Major League Baseball postseason and World Series. Yankees win it today. So long, everybody.